Somebody told me a very interesting story. A story of two twins in the womb of the mother. And there were two twins inside the stomach, and they were talking to each other. And they were saying, "What do you think is outside of the womb?" And one child said, "Oh, outside the womb, there is nothing. See, it's so dark in here. And just as it's dark here, there's nothing." But the other child said, "No, outside the womb, there is a world. There is a beautiful world outside there." The first baby said, "You must be joking. What makes you think that this darkness will open out into a beautiful world?" But the second baby said, "No, I'm sure there's going to be a sunrise. And there's going to be joy and bliss." The first baby said, "No, it's not possible. There's darkness here, there's suffering here, and there will be darkness and suffering when we go outside of the womb." The second baby asked, "What do you think? Who will be outside?" The first baby said, "Oh, there'll be nobody outside. Just like there's nobody inside, there'll be nobody outside." But the second kid said, "No, there will be mother. I can hear her voice now. And when we go out, there will be mother." And the first child laughed. "What are you joking? What is this concept of mother? Are you imagining something that there will be a mother outside? There's not going to be any mother." But the second child said, "No. Be still. Be silent. And you can hear her voice." The first child said, "No, I cannot hear any voice. I can only hear the noise." The second child said, "Try to be silent. You can hear the voice of mother. And when we go outside, there will be mother who will take care of us." The first child did not believe that there's going to be a world outside the world in the womb. But the second child, who was still, who believed, the second child realized that there's going to be a world. When I heard this story, I realized that we are just like these children, aren't we? We also think that on the other side of life there's going to be nothing. There's not going to be a God. There's going to be nobody like mother who will take care of us. Because we live in the noise of this world, we don't realize it. If we are still and silent, we can hear God's voice. And when we go out of the womb of this world is like a womb of the mother. And when we go out of the womb, when we pass death and we move to a new life, we will find the divine there, the presence of the divine. Unfortunately, we don't realize it. We are like the first child who refused to believe in the existence of the mother. We refuse to believe in the existence of God. We think that there's suffering in this world and there's going to be suffering thereafter. We have no hope, we have no faith, we have no belief. We are not silent to listen to the still voice of God. God is within. God speaks to us. But just like the first child could not hear mother, the second child could hear the still voice of the mother. Some of us who are still, we hear God's voice. We feel God's divine presence. I think this is a very interesting story. I think the story of the two children in the mother's womb is something we must contemplate on. And just like the two children had two different opinions, living in the same womb of the same mother, we are similar people living in the same world with different opinions. When will we realize the truth? Like there is a mother, there is a God, there is something beautiful, something joyous when we come out of the womb of this world. After every beautiful sunset in this world, there's darkness. But when will we realize that after darkness there will be dawn? The sun will rise. Have you ever woken up in the morning to feel that there's no sunrise? Have you ever woken up one day and the sun is missing? The sun will never fail us. God never fails us. We must be still to listen to the voice of the divine. Because the beauty of God's light always shines upon us. The warmth, the light that God provides in the sun never fails us. But it's for us to believe or to disbelieve. It's a choice.